5 neighbors, 1 compound, 2 jobs, and enough chaos to destroy a company. For years, Ola, Kemi, Folake, Peter, and Tony lived in the same compound. They fought over everything: water, electricity, nose, even whose turn it was to sweep. Every week there was a new argument. One Monday morning, news spread through the compound. A large oil company was hiring. The salary was good, the benefits were better, and suddenly, everybody became friends. At least for a few minutes. The company scheduled interviews for Friday. For the next 3 days, everybody prepared. Well, almost everybody. Tony spent his time reading books and studying. The others spent their time arguing about who would get the job. On interview day, they all arrived at the company. The interviewer was the company director, Mr. Siddiq, a serious man who rarely smiled. One by one, they entered his office. First was Ola. Mr. Siddiq asked, "Tell me about yourself." Ola smiled confidently. Sir, myself is myself. I am me and nobody can be me because me is me. Mr. Siddiq slowly removed his glasses. The interview lasted 2 minutes. Next was Kemi. What makes you qualified for this position? Kemi nodded. Yes, sir. Mr. Siddiq waited. She waited too. Nobody spoke. The interview ended. Then came Peter. What experience do you have in the oil industry? Peter smiled. Sir, I have experience with fuel. What kind of experience? I buy it every week. Mr. Siddiq stared at the ceiling. Then it was Folake's turn. She struggled with her English. She mixed her words. She became nervous. But unlike the others, she understood every question and gave honest answers. Finally, Tony entered. Everything changed. Confident, professional, intelligent. Every answer was perfect. By the time he left the office, everybody already knew. Tony had gotten the job. 3 days later, the results arrived. The entire compound gathered around. Ola was rejected. Kemi was rejected. Peter was rejected. Everybody expected Tony's name. And there it was. Tony, selected. The compound exploded with celebration. Then Mr. Siddiq continued reading. Folake. Silence. Everybody froze. Even Folake. Tony smiled. The others looked confused. How did Folake get the job? Mr. Siddiq looked at them and finally spoke. Tony was the smartest. Everybody nodded. That part was obvious. Then he pointed at Folake. But she was the only person who listened carefully, admitted what she didn't know, and was willing to learn. The compound became quiet. Then Mr. Siddiq delivered one final line. Companies can teach skills, but they cannot teach character. For the first time in years, nobody argued, not even Peter. The next Monday, Tony and Folake reported for work, and the remaining 3, they immediately started arguing over whose bucket was blocking the passage. Some things never change.